I didn't miss a single workout for 90 days. I endured the pain, ignored fatigue, and did exactly what the high-intensity training culture told me to do. The result? I was weaker than when I started. We're obsessed with more reps, more volume, more intensity. But while I was achieving my goals, my body was internally reaching its limits. Sleep vanished, my joints hardened like concrete, and eventually, my muscles literally forgot how to work. I was head-on facing the J-curve, the scientifically proven danger zone where more exercise increases the risk of death and ruins your performance. Today, I'm revealing the science behind why elite training can make you lazy, and the 3-day-a-week workout plan that helped me rejuvenate my nervous system and finally start seeing real results again. On day 1, I was motivated. I planned my workout, prepped my supplements, and crafted a playlist. I was ready. I went to the gym and did pull-ups, dips, push-ups, and rows. Everything was going smoothly. The next day, my whole body ached, but it was a pleasant soreness. On the 4th day, I was still working out smoothly. Someone at the gym asked, "What are you working on?" I replied, "Yeah, I'm doing muscle-ups in 90 days." The person nodded and looked impressed. I felt like a champion. On the 7th day, a week had passed, and I hadn't taken a single rest day. I was now moving like a machine. I could already feel the effects of the workout, but that feeling didn't last long. By the 4th week, something was strange. I couldn't sleep properly and would wake up at 3 a.m. for no reason. I'd just lie there, lost in thought. I figured it was just my body adjusting. My appetite was also strange. Some days I was extremely hungry, and on other days I didn't even want to look at food. And one morning I checked my resting heart rate and it was 68 beats per minute, much higher than my usual 58. I just ignored it, thinking it was just the result of intense training. The workouts themselves were still fine. Not great, but fine. I was doing the reps consistently. My form was generally fine. I was a little looser than before, but it wasn't a major issue. I just kept going. In the 2nd month, everything started to fall apart. My warm-ups used to take 5 minutes, but now my shoulders were like concrete, taking 15. My elbow, WS were constantly aching. They weren't injured, just sore. And the training was the same. I had no time to recover between workouts. Where I used to be fine with just 2 or 3 minutes of rest, now even 5 minutes felt like I was underwater. During a basic set of pull-ups, my heart rate shot up to 170 and didn't come down for 10 minutes. But I kept going. That's just how it's supposed to be, right? No pain, no gain. I just endured it. I followed everything the internet told me to do. I went to the gym every day, and I worked out hard, but eventually, I just gave up. In the 3rd month, I was completely exhausted. I went to the gym to do pull-ups as usual. I grabbed the bar. I pulled, but nothing happened. My body just wouldn't respond. It was as if my muscles had forgotten how to work. I tried again, but my arms were so weak I could only lift about 6 inches. 6 inches, that's all. 3 months ago, I could do a dozen clean pull-ups, but now I can't do a single one. I tried muscle-ups, the thing I'd always wanted. I felt like a dying fish floundering on the dock. I was pathetic. My calendar was full, and I worked out every single day. I worked hard, but I was more exhausted than when I started. It turns out there's a term for this, being on the wrong side of the J-curve. I was right in the danger zone. So what was the problem? There's this J-curve between exercise and longevity, and I'd passed the sweet spot and entered the danger zone. Now, look at this. People who jog lightly for 1 to 2.4 hours a week reduce their risk of death by 78%. However, marathon-level run RS, who run more than 10 hours a week, have a mortality risk that's almost the same as those who don't exercise at all. The mortality rate is the same. It's truly astonishing that laziness and marathon runners are on par. Furthermore, marathon runners have 8 times more heart scarring than those who exercise regularly. 12% of veteran endurance athletes have myocardial fibrosis, a condition characterized by damaged heart tissue. Only 1.5% of those who exercise at a moderate level have this risk. I wasn't a marathon runner, but I was doing marathon-level high-intensity strength training every day. I was raising my heart rate to 170 and maintaining it without any recovery time. My body didn't adapt. In fact, it was ruining me. But the point is, bodyweight training has a safety end. I was ignoring it. If your form breaks, the movement itself will fail. You can't cheat with bodyweight training. When you're tired, you can't do muscle-ups, you can't hold a handstand, and your front lever will crash to the floor. Your body weight is fixed. It's an honest workout. You can't pretend to improve by adding weight. With barbells, you can always add plates and ask a gym buddy twice your size to bench press you, pretending to lift it yourself. But that's fake progress. The bar is moving, not you. You can't fool yourself like that with bodyweight training. You know when you fail. The problem is, I figured out a way to cheat the system. I messed up my form and increased my volume. I kept doing it even when my body screamed at me to stop. So what? Shouldn't I be training 4 days a week, not 7? I missed something. The nervous system recovers incredibly quickly. It can recover in 20 minutes. But your muscles, tendons, and joints actually need adequate rest. If you train every day, you won't be able to recover properly, and you won't be able to exert your full strength. You're always only using about 70% of your strength. But if you train 3 times a week, with adequate rest, you can give 100% effort in each session. Every set will be effective. Just do 1 or 2 sets of each movement properly. Not 5 or 10 sets, but 1 or 2 sets until you're almost at failure. Rest 3 or 4 minutes between sets. Giving your body time to recover properly ensures the next set is a proper workout, not just a bunch of pointless repetitions that only look goo. D on paper. The most common mistake is sticking to the same movement for at least 8 to 12 weeks. I wanted to do muscle-ups, but I changed them every 2 weeks when I saw a cool workout on Instagram. My body got confused, and my nervous system didn't know which exercise to focus on. I couldn't focus on one exercise long enough, so I didn't gain any strength. That guy with the muscle-ups in. His gym still makes it look easy, but I'm not trying to get like him in 90 days anymore. I'm setting long-term goals. I took 2 weeks off to fully recover, then returned to training 3 times a week. For 12 weeks, I consistently did basic pull-ups and dips. I created and printed this workout plan, which you can find below. I went from not being able to do any pull-ups to now being able to do 15. My joint pain has subsided, and I'm sleeping better again. My muscle-ups aren't perfect yet, but I'm getting closer, this time using the right method. Slow and steady is far better than burnout or exhaustion. I've been working out for decades, not just to post on Instagram. Smart decisions and true recovery are key. If you train consistently, the results will naturally follow. I didn't miss a single workout for 90 days. I endured the pain, ignored fatigue, and did exactly what the high-intensity training culture told me to do. The result? I was weaker than when I started. We obsess over more reps, more volume, more intensity. But while I was achieving my goals, my body was internally reaching its limits. Sleep was completely gone, my joints were frozen like concrete. And eventually, my muscles literally forgot how to function properly. I was headfirst into a scientifically dangerous zone, the J curve, where more exercise increases the risk of death and ruins athletic performance. Today, I'll break down the science behind how elite training can make you lazy, and I'll share with you the 3-day-a-week training plan I used to restore my nervous system and finally start seeing real results again. On the first day, I was absolutely thrilled. I had a training plan, a generous supply of supplements, and a playlist. I was perfectly prepared. I went to the gym and did pull-ups, dips, push-ups, and rows. My whole body ached, but it felt good. I was sore the next day, but it was a good kind of soreness. Day 4, still going smoothly. Someone at the gym asked me what I was training for. Yes, I replied. My goal is to master the muscle-up in 90 days. They nodded and gave me an admiring look. I felt like a champion. It's day 7, a week has passed. I haven't had a single day off. I'm now moving like a machine. I can already feel the effects. That didn't last long. Week 4. Something's off. My sleep is a mess. I wake up at 3 a.m. for no reason and just lie there, my mind racing. My appetite is also weird. Some days I'm incredibly hungry, and other days I don't even want to look at food. And my resting heart rate is 68 beats per minute, up from my usual 58. I ignore it, thinking, that's just how intense training works. My workouts are still fine. Not great, but okay. I'm completing all my reps. My posture is generally fine. I'm a little more slouched than before, but it's not a major issue. I'll just keep going. From the second month on, everything started to go awry. My warm-up used to take 5 minutes, but now it takes 15 because my shoulders are as stiff as concrete. My elbows are constantly sore. It's not an injury, but it's just a soreness. Training sessions feel like they're endless. I used to be fine with just 2 or 3 minutes of rest between sets, but now 5 minutes of rest makes me feel like I'm underwater. My heart rate spikes to 170 during a basic set of pull-ups and doesn't drop for 10 minutes. I keep working out because I believe no pain, no gain, but that's a mistake. 3 months in, and then I completely broke down. I went to the gym to do my usual pull-ups. I grabbed the bar and pulled. Nothing happened. My body wouldn't listen. It was as if my muscles had forgotten how to move. I tried again. After 6 reps, my arms gave out. Just 3 months ago, I could do a dozen clean pull-ups. Now, I could barely do one, a pathetic one.